that time.
It's that time. It's that recap time.
Yes, it is our recap of day day
The
5.
handle. You want to grab
Hmm.
some water?
Yeah. Um, so day 5 recap and Asmara. And there you see, that's how it was going somewhere. Our systems was go and then stop.
Hashtag grateful for generators.
Grateful.
Hashtag thank you, Asmara Palace, for making our stay in Asmara so comfortable. And thank you, Jones, for
Oh,
checking us into the Asmara Palace.
many thanks. So yeah, today it was kind of a free day. We came down. No, yeah, we got out the bed. We started our workouts,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a
and
little bit later than usual, around 8:45 or so, 9ish.
yeah,
We started to work
yeah,
out today because it's Saturday, so we took our time.
yeah.
Yeah,
Somebody didn't want to wake up with an alarm.
that's right. It's called being on holiday.
Yeah. So yeah, after that we met up at brunch, and then we came back. We got ready.
Uh-huh.
We paid our bill with cash.
You saw that stack of bills.
Yeah,
That
so
stack was all for the hotel.
yeah, it's like, so we won't have to get another transfer. We have to
Right.
put the money aside
Yeah.
that we really needed, really important.
Yeah, which is our lodging.
Yeah, so,
Our lodging is most important right now.
so yeah, we got situated with that, and
Mm-hmm.
then we decided to just take a walk, check out
Mm-hmm.
some sights.
Yeah, we were planning to go to Pushkin?
Pushkin Square,
Pushkin Square first, but we made some detours along the way. You saw us pop by Bologna Hotel because it's the namesake of my birth city. And it is also one of like the best restaurants in Asmara. There was a wedding there. It was one of many weddings that we saw today. There's actually one in the ballroom now as well. Yeah, right here at Asmara Palace. But the motorcades that we saw today were just never ending in Asmara Central.
yeah. So it's so just so when they put the pictures on the people getting married on the side of the cars and the back windows, funny. But yeah, it's a fun. It just makes everything festive and
Mm-hmm.
fun. They just driving around, and that one bride we saw, she was all made up. And
By my Jaja.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. She's
Oh,
gorgeous.
I remembered that we needed to go pick up the picture.
Oh, because we saw a motor brigade with a
Hmm.
picture, and we're like, whoa, we have a picture to collect today. I
Hmm.
hadn't even remembered, honestly. So, without giving too much away, we did a photo shoot for an event. And that motorcade, that first one that we saw as we were leaving the compound of Asmara Palace, is what reminded him that we have something to collect today that we need to take over to Auntie's. And it's like,
Yeah, and we didn't even know if they were open today or if they
yeah.
closed early. You
Mm-hmm.
know.
Because it's Saturdays and some businesses practice what they practice in Italia, which is they just open half day and then they close at 12 and don't reopen again until Monday. And I wasn't sure. I was hopeful that they were going to still be open in the afternoon after their siesta because it's on the high street. And the ones on the high street tend to be more likely to be open than those that are on the offshoots. But yeah, we stopped by Bologna Hotel first, though, on en route to Pushkin, even though we knew we had to get to Sun and Moon to collect the photo. And because we kind of wanted to get as much sightseeing in today, because it's really our last free full day in Asmara where we don't have an itinerary, so to speak, we also popped into Niala Hotel, saw a couple of things there. We're going to try and share a little bit of footage of that, also trying to be respectful. Great hotel. If and when you make it to Asmara, I recommend it. It's a nice place to lounge at. They've got comfy sofas and the coffee's great everywhere. So is the tea, the pastries. So great place to hang out. I've had many great conversations with friends on those sofas. So always good memories at Niala. And then we got a phone call from my uncle, and it seemed like we needed to kind of get going. So at that point, we jumped in a ride share opposite Niala and booted it to Sun and Moon. And in the car, we found some really nice guys who were like, hey, there's a traditional fashion show tonight. You all should come. It's by Fiat. And we're like, yeah, sure. They're like, it starts after 7. We're like, yeah, sure. Knowing that we can't because, well, we like to be home by 7 and stay in for the night. But also we have a big event tomorrow that requires us to get adequate rest. So we hope that the show goes well. I hear that the woman's name is Alma. So sending you positivity, rock it. And then hopefully next time we're here, we can catch some local fashion. Because I've been to the fashion shows here and they're great. And the models, whoo!
Are you
Stop.
doing fashion shows here?
Stop. Yeah, I went to one here at Expo. The models, I mean, the clothes are great, but the models? You are not ready. You are not ready. You are not ready. Model scouts, if you're watching this video, drop whatever you're doing, catch yourself a flight to Eritrea, get to a local fashion show, and start scouting. You will have no shortage of amazing, amazing, beautiful women to pick from. So anyways, it was just really nice to always meet. It's always really nice when you like meet and share a ride with like some nice locals, and they were really lovely. We made it to Sun and Moon, and lo and behold, they were closed. And I was like, we effed up big time, because by the time we got there, it was after 12, and I didn't know, I wasn't certain that they would reopen. But a passerby reassured us, and he said, don't worry, these guys will reopen around 4 or 5. And we're like, okay. So
You made a promise.
yeah, I'm like, you sure? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. I'm like, otherwise I'm gonna have to ask around for the owner's mobile
He gave
number.
a look like, well, I gotta lie.
Yeah. I'm like, because too much depends on this. Because if we don't have these photos for tomorrow, they're kind of moot. But we trusted him. So at that point, we decided to continue our way to Pushkin Square, which is really just like a couple of blocks away from the high street and where we were. Took a picture of Ishé and Mr. Pushkin.
Yeah.
And then we walked up the fountain steps, also known as my cha-cha. And right by the mosque, Ishé spotted a
Gelato.
gelateria.
Gelateria, yeah.
And
It
he's
looked
like, I
like a
want a
cool
gelato.
little place on the corner. And it was, he walked in those beads through the door and like, So it just was, all the presentation was nice. Like, it was just a nice little spot. And I was like, yeah, I need some gelato.
Yeah, because the sun was high.
Yeah.
It's a nice way to cool off. It was like 2:33 at
sunny.
this time. Yeah. As you can see, Ishé got some color. Look at that.
You did too.
Yeah, I got a little bit. Not as much as you, having to catch up. Hopefully in Masala, I will do.
Oh, yeah.
So we had some delicious gelato. My holy trinity of flavors is perfection. His is very questionable, but it's okay. At least he found and picked the right gelateria.
I like to mix it up,
It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to make sense.
I think I like mine random.
But it was really good. About that time, we started to we sat down, stayed out of the sun, enjoyed our gelato. We actually vlogged a little bit. So you would have seen that if you saw our day 5 vlog. And then we sort of made our way back to the high street. We decided to pop into Sweet Asmara Cafe, where we were a couple of days ago, and picked up just a small assortment of pastries for Auntie, because her and her friends and my other aunties were all cooking up a storm, which again, if you saw the vlog from today, you would have seen all the meat. The day before, you saw all the onions that they were chopping up. So there's an event that they are bringing together, which you may have figured out by now, maybe not, I don't know. We're nearly there though, so don't you worry, hang tight. So we wanted to drop that off along with the photos that we needed to pick up. So we went to Sweet Asmara Cafe. We ran into Meron, who was the photographer that captured us, and he assured us that they would reopen at 5. At this point, I was like,
yeah.
Grazie a Dio, temusgen.
Yeah, it really didn't look like they was going to open it.
You just never know, right? Because it's that laissez-faire siesta kind of laid-back environment, which is great, right? It was really just our fault for not being on top of it. Like, had I been on top of it, I could have collected it this morning and saved myself a bit of worry, really and truly. So once we knew that we were for sure going to be able to collect the photos at 4, we were like, okay, great, let's pop in and get these pastries for the family. Then we sat outside just waiting patiently. They opened up more or less at 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give or take. Yeah, they opened up at 4. We were the first ones in there. Literally, as they were like unlocking the door, we were right behind them. We went in, got the photo, and it was great. I don't think we're going to share it yet because that will give away the events for tomorrow.
Yeah.
But stay tuned. It's a big photo. Can I just say that? It's a banner.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's huge. We've never done anything like this, but we had a lot of fun. And how happy are you with how it turned out?
Yeah, it looks phenomenal. Like, I was like, wow, I think this is the best one in the store. I think they should put this one on display, like, to get people to come in here, because I was like, man, that is nice. Like, I wonder where I'm going to put it.
Yeah. And then you had another idea. It spawned another idea. You were so pleased.
Oh, for our parents?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That'll be a good picture.
Mm-hmm.
Get everybody. So
he's like, after we drop this off in the pastries, can we go back and order some more? And I said, yeah, that's a great idea. And why don't we make them the Mother's and Father's Day gifts for this year?
Yeah.
So
5x7s.
Yeah. So, but before that, we continued on to drop off these items at Auntie's house. And you would have seen our content of, them setting up benches. Uncle was doing the benches, and then he was also chopping up meat. Loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of meat. Because there was a whole goat at the house at some point. We missed it yesterday. There would have been a whole goat that they would have slaughtered. I know because I've been there before to see them do it myself personally. So I've shared space with the goats prior to them being offered up. So literally, like, they'll stay overnight in the bathtub until the following day. So when you're using the facilities, Auntie's house, when I used to stay with her, be sharing that space. The goat was in the tub, I'd be over the toilet. That's such is life. So we captured some content there. And then, like, this isn't enough. The event coming up tomorrow, which they completely organized. We had nothing to do with, guys. We were just showing up for it. This was all their idea. Once you see what the event is, you're going to be surprised. You're going to be like, how did they organize all this for you? But they did. It was all their doing, all their idea, all their planning. And then we were handed some gifts. We got a gift from Nahom and a couple of other people. I have to make sure I know exactly who the gifts are from, actually, so that I can give the appropriate thanks. But we were presented with gifts as if what they're doing isn't, generous and gifting enough. So that was really lovely. And those gifts you would have seen as well, because we recorded ourselves opening them.
Mm-hmm.
And in true Ishé fashion, it was pretty much more or less what he wanted, is what we were gifted.
And I guess I was thinking about them so much, they just popped up as a manifestation.
Just like that. Yeah. Ishé's a master manifester. So we're going to definitely at some point do a little lecture on that on our upcoming Patreon and membership service.
So I'm acting like I don't know how I go, but yeah, I will teach you a lot about it.
Yeah. I've seen him manifest everything that we've asked for thus far. So, after that, we did as we said we would do, which is go all the way back to Sun and Moon and place an order for 5x7s of the same photograph that we had blown up today on a life-size banner poster. And the lady said she would have them ready for us by Tuesday. We will be in Massawa by Tuesday, hopefully. Oh yeah, because one more thing came up for us, but hang on a second. So we placed the order. She said they'd be ready by Tuesday. We're like, okay, we should be in Massawa by Tuesday. Okay, what I didn't share with you is that when we were at Auntie's house, I rang up another auntie who spends about half the year here, half the year in Canada. And she said, "When are you guys going to Massawa?" And I said, "Well, Monday, right after the event, the day after." And she said, "Did you guys get permission for Ishé to leave Asmara?" And I said, "No, I didn't realize that was a thing." We had heard, but we weren't sure. We wasn't. Some of my family members who don't live here were like, "We think that was like a Rona thing, you know, when that was happening to sort of like help with like the spread, that you would need to ask permission," which we saw in even Canada, for instance. You couldn't even go to the neighboring province, etc. So actually, you couldn't even leave your city at some points during that. And so we were not prepared for that. But you know, we're cool and flexible, and we can do whatever's necessary in order to abide by the rules and regulations. So, as you all know, Monday I have to apply for my exit visa at 6:30 in the morning. And we've decided that basically Ishé is going to come meet me there after he's returned the traditional clothes that we have rented out. Once we have finished with my exit visa, we now have to go to another office. I think it's the Minister of Tourism. We'll make sure that that is correct. If not, we'll correct it in the description box so that you all know when you come here and that you are better prepared for those things. Apparently, how the permission to leave Asmara is only it's only for foreigners, whereas permission to leave the country is only for nationals. So keep that in mind and just be flexible. If you give yourself enough time and you're well prepared, it should go fairly smoothly. So that's it. Once we know more about that whole procedure, we will let you know. So again, it will help you on your travels. We're happy to sort of be the guinea pigs. And worst case scenario, if we're not able to get a turnaround for Monday morning, because you can only go to Massawa till a certain time. Once it gets dark, I don't think you can actually get a ride there unless you hire a private vehicle. I don't think the buses take you there after a certain time. I think they said that they don't take you after 3, right? That it's done for the day. Yeah. So because by 6, it's already getting dark. So it just depends on whether we can get the visa for Ishé on time on Monday. If not, then we've decided to still go Tuesday and Wednesday night, coming back Thursday. Thursday's actually the day that we leave. But so long as we get the 2 nights in Massawa, we're happy. Initially, we had thought we were going to get 3. At this point, we're happy to get 2. And again, you know, we'll keep you posted. So just ride with us and hang out with us, and you'll see what it takes to do X, Y, and Z so that you can have a very seamless and enjoyable time here without any stress. And then after that, our date. We went on a date. We placed our order for our photos. And then Ishé took me to Spaghetti House.
Spaghetti house.
Spaghetti House. And we had you guys along for some of that date, you know. And it was really nice. We had a nice view of Asmara, downtown Asmara, and we got to see the sunset.
Yeah. One part I'm thinking we're in Cali when you see the palm tree in the sun. Or the next minute I'll think we're in Florida, Miami. So I'm like, man, I just don't feel like I'm in Africa, really.
Yeah. No, it's really unique. That's why if you can come here, you should. It's so, so unique. And it's that uniqueness that makes it truly, truly special and one of a kind. Well, obviously that's what unique is, right? Is one of a kind. But it's charming, it's quaint, it's romantic, it's lovely, it's quiet and slow paced and safe. And it's a bit of, you know, the sweet life, la dolce vita. So,
Yeah.
and that's really it, guys. You know, we had a really nice dinner at Spaghetti House. It was our first meal at a restaurant outside of like the breakfast brunches that we enjoy at our hotel. So it was really enjoyable. It was a great price, like very affordable. We could see how it would be very expensive though for locals, but you know, it was fairly accessible for us. And that's it, really. After that, you know what we do. We come home. That's where we are now, in our hotel suite at Asmara Palace.
We got here a little later than we wanted to, but
yeah, but we're here now, and we're grateful. It's a very productive day, very productive indeed. So, that's a short and sweet recap for you all.
yeah.
I guess we weren't as long-winded as we typically are, but hopefully you enjoyed the content from day 5 and found it comprehensive.
Yeah, because the day 6,
Oh man, big things.
big things.
Big things coming day 6, guys. Big things. Go ahead and put it in the comment section below if you think you know it's coming tomorrow. Put it in the comment section. We'll let you know if you're right. All right, make sure to come back. Make sure to
Thumbs up.
yeah. And we know there's a demographic for this because we got a lovely email this morning. It's about, a couple our age who live in Cali, who, appreciated vlogs from, a more mature couple that can give you a different way of coming to these cities and enjoying these cities as adults rather than, teenagers. So we want to help others, and like I said, we're here to sort of do the research and give you the 411, as they say, on how to best prepare yourself for the necessary procedures and standards of operation. So help us get this video out so that more people can come here and have a great, seamless, enjoyable time, because it is truly special. And I honestly think that you will fall in love. It's hard not to fall in love with Asmara.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
I love it. Yeah. I love it here. Love the city.
Yeah, it's pretty wonderful. All right, guys, on that note, we're going to sign off. We have to get to bed. Like I said, we have a big day tomorrow. So, so have a great day, night, morning, and get free and stay free. Bye.
Stay decent.